So in my mind, I was like, am I really gonna help? Like, I know that's what I'm there for. But like, I start having mixed feelings. Like, I don't think this is a good idea type. So boom, Marky friend like, hey, y'all, let's go sit at my table. So we go sit at his table. It's like far all the way in the back. It was like way in the back in the corner. So he got his guys there. Me and Marky, we sit at the table. So he like, I'm gonna show y'all what they look like. He like, I haven't saw them in the cafeteria yet. Maybe they in the line. So we waiting and boom, he point out one of the girls. She was at another table talking to another girl. So he like, they go one of their girlfriends and she be with them a lot. She ain't afraid to run up. That's what he said. She ain't afraid to run up. So Marky like straight out the blue, like, hey, so what you want to do? You want me to go over there? So he like, nah, he like, we ain't worried about them. He like, I'm gonna show you who we need to be worried about. He like, the reason why y'all up here. So Marky is on go. Marky don't care if it's a girl, if it's a boy, is it or whatever. He saying he ready to roll. He ready to get the show on the road. So Marky like, hey, y'all got something to roll up. So all I could do at that point in time, all I could do was look at Marky like, why every time we got something to do, are we doing anything? That's the first thing that pops up in his mind. That's the first, and he's not ashamed to say it. Like, yo, y'all rolled up something, y'all got something. So his friend like, yeah, we got some roll. He like, after this, we gonna ditch. Now wait a minute, that in my mind, okay? In my mind, I'm like, no, after this, I'm going back to my school and finish whatever classes I got left. I'm not finna make this no ditch day. Like, no, I'm not finna play that type of game. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I already got my plan. I ain't gonna even say it out loud. Me? Y'all going this way? I'm gonna go this way. I'll meet y'all later, right? So boom, time progressed. We still in the cafeteria. So he like, look, there they go right there. There they go. Lord behold, it's three guys, right? The one that looked like he was the leader, this boy, he got a beat on. He buff. He walking past. He pulling this girl hair like he yanked her hair though. Cause the way her neck popped back. He pull her hair. He walking. I'm like, oh, he a bully. Like this is what a bully looks like. Like he's a bully. So he like, that's it. So Marky like, so what you want to do? So some just kicked in me. Okay. Big brother mode just kicked in me. Okay. Full effect. It got active. So I'm like, hey, look, I think that we should wait, right? I'm like, we should come up with a plan instead of just walking over there. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start getting close to somebody or at somebody's section or table or whatever, they gonna peep you coming towards their way. Like, so we need to have a better plan. So Marky like, you always want to have a plan. I'm like, yeah, we need to have a plan. I'm like, especially but it's not being our school. So one of, the Marky guy friends was like, look, I could go towards the side way. Y'all could go like we can all split up and then just be around the table. And then we can that's that's the stupidest plan ever. That's the stupidest plan ever. You thinking we just saw who he walked in with, and he's going to a table where there's more people at. I don't think that this is the field to be trying to jump somebody because what if that whole table over there gets up and want to be on one and it's only just us? Like it was only like a handful of us. There's a lot of them. They taking up the whole entire table. Like no, I'm gonna pick my battle. Why? So I'm like, Marky, look, no, let's just make a plan. So Marky like, okay, so what's the plan? Tell me what's the plan? He like, cause when you fight, you can't make a plan. I'm like, yes, you can. I'm like, the hat on the fall in the trap. He like, okay, tell me the plan. So his friend like, yeah, so what you think we should do? I'm like, Marky, I think me and you should go back to our school. He like, what? I'm like, just hear me out. We should go back to our school. I say, when school end, we come back here. I say, normally, what y'all do when y'all leave, when y'all bell ring? I'm like, do y'all just hang around? I'm like, you know where he stay? He like, I know where he be at when, like, soon as he get out of school. He like, they always go up there to this park. And he like, they be blowing back at the park. They go to the park every day. I'm like, all right. I'm like, and then we can go to the park. And so Marky like, but you got bacon. I'm like, I ain't gonna go bacon, right? So I'm like, do that sound like a fair deal? So he like, but the thing is, he acting like when he see me, he gon', you know what I'm saying, throw hands. I'm quite sure he know you in the cafeteria. If he wanted to fight you, he'd be looking for you. So he like, all right. He like, okay. Okay, all right. So he like, at the school. I'm like, at the school. I'm like, we'll come back, right? So Marky like, I think that's a bad idea. I'ma stay. I'm like, no, that's not a part of the plan. Like Marky never want to stick within the plan. Like, why you don't listen to me? So I'm like, Marky, I'm like, no, because what if something happened while we in a school? This is trespassing. I'm like, we can get in trouble. What if we go to jail? He like, bro, we cannot go to jail. We not grown. I'm like, we could go like the boot camp, anything. He like, we're not gonna go to boot camp. I'm like, Marky like, do you know how many times I done ditched school and came over here? I'm like, okay, it was just you, but I'm included too. He like, all right, fine. So we came all the way here for nothing. I'm like, no, we got a plan. We coming back. So he like, all right. I'm like, look, we're coming back. He like, all right, well, we still finna ditch. Right? So Marky friend like, hey, yo, we still finna ditch. We finna smoke. So Marky like, can I hit it? So I'm like, so they like, yeah. They like, y'all both can hit it. So boom, the bell ring, lunch is over. He didn't go to no lock. They didn't go to no locker. Okay. So I'm thinking like, okay, y'all want us to stand and meet y'all later? Y'all want us to meet you outside in front of the school? Like, so I'm like, where y'all want us to meet? Because I wasn't gonna just roam the hall with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where you want us to meet you at? So he like, oh no, we finna go straight up. So boom, somebody stopped. He did it, you know what I'm saying? A gang bang handshake. So I'm just like, yo, this school, it seemed like the school was like warming, but it seemed like it was a lot of drama. It get bucks in there, it get buck in there. Like it just, I don't know. When you walk in there, it feels intense. Okay. It felt like you need to wear your bulletproof vest all motherfucking day when you go up in there. That straight up, like even if the security guard is there, it definitely did not feel like you need to have pepper spray or some up on you. You need to have some up on you. So boom, we dipped straight out. And so they all trying to figure out where they gonna smoke at. So Marky like, we can smoke anywhere. You want to go to the park that you said? He like, yeah, we can go over there to the park. So I'm like, what if they end up coming to the park? He like, nah, they only come, at the school. So I'm like, all right. So we go to the park. We gets on top of the monkey bars, right? So we getting baked, right? We're getting baked. So it's me, Marky, his guy. We on top of the monkey bars. Marky guy's friends, they, you know what I'm saying, they sitting on the swings. Some sitting right there where we, standing right there where we at. And we all just talking. He pulls out a big Philly. So I'm starting to learn like, okay, he the one that like the Phillies. He the one that like the Phillies. So he sparks it up. So Marky like, let me hit it first. He like, what? He like, it's my stuff. He like, but let me hit Marky. He thirsty. Marky thirsty. He want to hit it first. He want to hit it first. So he lights it up. He hit it a couple of times. He passed it to Marky. Marky like, oh my God. He like, yo, this is fat. So Marky, he hit it. He started coughing immediately. Face turns red. So I'm patting him on the back. I'm like, yo, you good? He like, okay. I'm like, yo, you good? I'm like, pass it. Like, you pass that. Pass the chronic. He passed it to me. So I'm like, let me see what he do. Marky's still coughing for dear life, right? So I'm like, I like the way this tastes. I passed it, right? So I knew when it come back around to me that's gonna be it for me. I ain't gonna smoke too heavy. So boom, it comes back to me. Boom. So now it's just him and Marky, right? They going back and forth. They standing down there. They got a blunt. His friends got blunts. They all smoking. So everybody is like doing their own thing and just talking. I pull out my phone and I got a missed call from Charzetta. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to call her back, right? So I call her back. She texts me. She bumped my call. She texts me. She like, I'm in class. I'm like, what's up? She like, so should I tell your girlfriend we slept together? So she steady like saying that. So I'm like, man, when I see her, like, I'm finna check her. So the only thing, I was hot and paranoid. So now the only thing that's on my mind is I need to see Charzetta because what? And who you talking to? Like, who are you talking to? So you talking about you want to tell, like you trying to mess something up, and this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is not that. So I'm mad. They still smile. I'm like, hey, we need to go. So Marky like, wait, we not finished. I'm like, man, you had enough. Your eyes red. You can't get no higher. Come on, let's roll. He like, bro. I'm like, bro. He like, man, you always trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, bro, let's roll. He like, all right, let me at least, you know what I'm saying, hit it one more time. So he hit it one more time. Boom. They like, hey, look, don't forget after school, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, if y'all want, we can meet at the park. So he like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, we don't got to come inside the park until we all link up, but just be around the park. We'll meet back here. So he like, all right. He like, yeah, that's a good deal because we know they going to come. I'm like, all right, cool. We goes, right? And we leave. Me and Marky, we walk off. Marky like, man, I got the munchies. I'm like, already? He like, yeah. So he had. I'm like, bro, look, stop. He like, what? I'm like, listen to me. He like, we can walk and talk. I'm like, no. I need you to look at me. We're about to go back to our school. Your eyes is red. Bloodshot red. He like, yours is too. I'm like, right. We need to put some Visine in our eyes. We need to stop and get something to drink. You can get a bag of chips, whatever. And I'm like, we need to kind of like sober up. He like, we're not drunk. I'm like, bro, we need to not act high. He like, I don't never act high. He like, and plus I do this all the time. He like, you just paranoid. So we go to the store, grab us something, boom, we get on the first bus. Gets off that bus. Now we waiting, okay? And I'm like, yo, like, where is the other bus? Because mind you, it took 2 buses to get there. So Marky like, we can start walking. Man, you about to blow me. Walk? You about to blow me. You about to walk. He like, until we at least see a bus. So we start walking. And we're walking. And I'm getting angrier and angrier and angrier. So I check my phone and I got a text. And it was from Danielle. And she was like, hey, just want to let you know that I want to see you. And I'm like, when you want to see me? She like, after this period. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a rush. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, hey, we got to hurry up back to the school. So I'm like, we just got to hurry up back to the school. So boom, we kept walking. We see a bus. We might as well keep walking. We already close to our destination. So Marky like, there go a bus. I'm like, man, we might as well keep walking. He like, bro, stop playing. We finna get on the bus. Boom, we gets on the bus. We finally make it to school, right? When we get in the building, the bell has rang already. But it's for people to come out the class. So I go to my locker. It's 7th period, okay? So I done missed a couple of periods in the gap. Okay, it is like the time went by so fast. But when I'm in school, the time don't go by that fast. So I'm like, oh my God, like I'm worried about what I missed. So all of a sudden, Danielle come to my locker. And she like, hey, I'm like, hey. She like, so I'm coming over today. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a spar today. I'm like, maybe you can come after or I can come over here. She like, okay. So after martial arts, I'm like, yeah, I can have my dad to maybe drop me off. She like, okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? She like, nothing. Why you smiling? I'm like, I can't smile. I'm like, I'm just having a good day at school. She like, thank you again for the roses. Everybody love them, all my friends. I'm like, that's what's up. She like, I took a picture too. I'm like, oh. She like, they are very pretty. And she like, it look like they got a little glitter in there. I'm like, so that let me know like, dang, you looking deep into detail in the butt. Like, you're looking deep into detail. But I was feeling like googly. So I'm like, you want me to walk you to class? She like, I like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, so what class you got? She like, come on. So boom, I walk to class and I'm like, all right, she don't hug me. We don't, nothing. She just go straight to the class. I'm like, my chest. So boom, I going on here. I go to 7th period, right? Boom, go to 8th period. Boom, I'm in my locker. Marky meets me at the locker. He like, bro, we got to get ready to go. I'm like, thirst burst. I know this. Boom, Lamont comes to my locker. He like, hey. He like, I didn't see you. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I got sick real bad. He like, oh, he like, I thought it was something happened. He like, I was just checking on you. I'm like, I appreciate that. Lamont was cool. Lamont was cool. So Marky like, I see y'all cool. I'm like, yeah, I have to get back on the team. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I talked to the principal. He like, even though you hard, you got the softness in the inside. I'm like, I ain't soft. Sounds just sweet a little bit, right? So we talking, and boom, Danielle comes. She like, hey, you ready for bacon? I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna be there. I'm probably gonna be a little late. My stomach kind of hurt a little bit. I'm like, but I'm coming to bacon. She like, I'll be waiting. She like, I'm nervous because he said that we possibly might have something new because I had stopped there early. So she just talking, right? So I'm like, yeah. So Marky like, hey, bro. I'm like, yeah. So all of a sudden, Chazetta walks up. So when Marky was like, hey, bro, and he was doing this, I thought he was trying to say, like, let's go. I didn't know he was saying, there go Chazetta. I didn't know that's what that neck meant. Like, I didn't know that's what that meant. No, that's what that was meaning. This girl was walking to the locker. So she said, straight up to the locker. But she had this cold-hearted look in her eye. She was like, hey, Roshan. I'm like, now, mind you, I have saw her already. Okay, she has texted me. But I've been wanting to see her anyway. So I'm like, what's up? Like, they're like that, like, what's up? So she was like, I had fun last night. And I'm like, what? She like, I had fun last night. And she walked off. So I'm like, what you mean you had fun? So I ran behind her, leaving Marky. And then, yeah, right there. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She like, nothing. She like, I was just wanting to tell you that I had fun last night. I'm like, so you want to tell her that we slept together? Yeah, why? You didn't tell her? Y'all friends? I'm like, so? She like, friends tell friends everything. I'm like, Trozetta. She like, what? She like, if y'all not dating, it ain't gonna mean nothing. I'm like, why you doing this? She like, nothing. I just wanted to say that, okay, I just tell you in bacon. I'm like, what? She like, I just tell you in bacon since you don't want to listen to me and you only want to talk to me when she's around. I'm like, what? Look, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I'm just trying to be cool. Oh, now you want to be cool. Now I see what you're trying to do. Now you ain't being cool with me. You trying to play the both of us. I say, how I'm trying to play the both of y'all? She like, because why would you be sleeping on the family with me if you like her? I'm like, me and her is just cool. You want to go access? We just cool. And so Danielle, she comes over there. She said, hey, Roshan, I just wanted to say bye. I'm finna get ready to go to bacon so I won't be late. I'll see you in a second. I'm like, yeah, I see you. And then she said, yeah, I got to go to bacon too. She like, all of a sudden I feel sleepy. So I'm like, and she walks off. So Marky like, can we go, bro? You up here. You playing all in love. Like, you better pick. They gonna end up fight. They gonna end up. I'm like, stop. He like, no. I'm like, would you stop doing it in my face before you scratch me for real? Like, I'm like, let's go. He like, so you not going to bacon? You just lied to that girl in her face and said you're going to bacon. I know I lied. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Boom. We gets on the first bus, second bus. We gets there. We walk towards the parkway. He calls his guy. They on the opposite side of the park, but across the street, right? It was like a big park, but it was strictly really for kids. The park was really for kids. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? They had like swings, merry-go-rounds, you know what I'm saying? Monkey bars, like it had like just stuff for kids, like one of the things that go back. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was people up there, it was the parents with their kids. You know what I'm saying? That would be the only reason why is the people that when it's a kids park. So I'm seeing people in the park like, yo, it's a lot of kids at the park, like, you know, running around, they on a slide, all type of stuff. So Marky like, so, and we see that it's the guys over there. So boom, we all huddled up. So they like, yo, they're like, so Mark, you gonna go over there and go approach them? I'm like, wait, what? Like by himself? He like, yeah. And then he like, then you gonna walk a couple of seconds behind him, and then we all just gonna go. I'm like, and then what's the plan? He like, we jump him. I'm like, in front of all these people? So they're like, yeah. So Marky little boo, the one that claims she don't like him, but now they together. She like, what, you scared? I'm like, no, I'm not scared. I'm like, I'm actually smart. I'm just not dumb. She like, so you calling me dumb? So Marky like, hey, bro. I'm like, I'm just saying, check your girlfriend. I'm like, because nobody wasn't even talking to her. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, go ahead, Mark. So Mark walks off. Mark didn't say, I ain't nothing. Mark walks off. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm getting nervous in my hands. I'm getting nervous in my hands. My hands are sweaty. So boom, he like, so Marky friend like, hey, go ahead. So boom, I walk off. So I'm walking a little bit. So Marky goes straight. Okay, first off, it's like 7, 8 of them. Marky goes to the biggest one in the crowd. Now, it is true. You're supposed to attack the biggest one, but you go to the biggest one in the crowd, the one that his friend got the issue with. And I just see Marky just cock back. Boom! Once Marky swung, everybody grabbed Marky. I'm talking about it was like lions on a piece of meat. Okay, so I'm like, oh my God. Like, I stopped a little bit, but I'm like, I can't turn around. So I hurried up. I ran over there. I go straight to the dude that's grabbing that had on a white t-shirt. Boom! I elbow him. Right, he turns around. By the time he turns around, all Marky's people coming. Boom, we jumping him. It's a success, right? But the big dude, I look over, he working Marky on the side. Boom, boom, and Marky's on top of him. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to handle the dude that's on me. So I finally, real quick with the elbow, my tooth. My tooth, yo, my tooth. He gets up, he runs off. So I'm like, I'm sitting there like, man, I'm getting like, I couldn't believe myself. Like, I was a fighter, but I wasn't like a good fight, like extremely super good. I could throw hands, but it was like, whoa, like I'm out here snapping necks and cashing checks. So I go over there, boom, I start jumping on the dude that was attacking Marky. Boom, so everybody like, yo, they said they gonna call the police. They said they gonna call the police because you got people there with their kids. So we try to flee the scene. One of the dudes grabbed one of Marky's friends, and you just see him just, boom, slam him by the swing set. Now, this slam was not like, this slam was not like a regular slam. This was like a WWE slam. This was like a smackdown. Like, it was a perfect, it's like this boy probably been at the crib practicing on these type of slams. The way he just grabbed him and just was like, boom. It was just like, boom. It was real quick. I was not ready. The slam was like, oh my God, the way he just grabbed him. So when we hear him go, oh, hey, y'all, everybody turns around. Everybody turns around and immediately start running after him. He hops the gate, right? So all I see is Marky friend is running after the dude, right? I'm talking about hard and fast. I'm not running no more. I'm done with running. I'm tapped out, but we can see from a distance. We trying to get from off the playground, right? We trying to get from over there because they already said they didn't call the police, right? So I'm checking my phone. I got text messages coming through. Right, I got it coming through hot, and it's the end. She's like, yo, class of Starlight, where you at? Right, I got messages from Charzetta like, oh, you ain't come here because you chickened out. Chickened out? Okay, she's gonna really take me there, right? So Marky like, come on, we gotta go. So dude's still over there having his way with the other guy. So boom, we end up all just shaying away. They went their way. So Marky like, man, my side. I'm like, yeah. And you got a scratch right here. He had like a little baby scratch, but it was right there on the side. He like, man, my shoelaces, they came loose. He like, I tripped. I'm like, yo, this ain't trip. He like, yes, I did. I'm like, I knocked somebody's tooth out, I think. I'm like, or chipped it or something. So we all laughing. So Marky friend like, we gonna end up having beef when they come to the school, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow. So in my mind, I'm like, please don't suggest that we come, because I'm not coming. I done did my pay back, my paid in full. I did my due diligence. I'm not. Listen, I am not coming back on the lamb again. So, and it seemed like everything went smooth. I just missed baking, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about my other classes. Like, I don't know what was taught. I didn't go pick up no assignments. I don't know if it's homework in that class. I know nothing. So Marky like, I'll come back. I'm like, no, you won't. I'm like, bro, you just said your side hurt. I'm like, and we should go check this, make sure they ain't crack your ribs. He like, they ain't crack my ribs. You trying to be funny. I'm like, no, I just said. Because I saw you over there. I'm like, but big brother gonna always help you. He like, man, shut up. He like, y'all got some more bud? Only thing Marky worried about. They like, yeah. So we chief and we make it to the bus stop, right? So as we look up and we look down, we see the same guys that we saw at the park. So I'm like, yo, is that the same guys? And they got sticks. They got like sticks in their hand. So Marky like, yeah. So I'm like, look, y'all, let's go to the other bus stop. So Marky feel like, oh no, we could go over there. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, because what if the police is already looking for us? We ain't finna be fighting on the main street. Like, we just not finna do that. Cars is coming by, police is coming by, people get on the no. So I'm like, come on, let's go. He like, no. I said, well, we finna go to the other bus stop. Marky like, I'm staying here. I'm like, Marky, you remember our deal? You said you was gonna listen to me. He like, all right. Hey, bro, just hit me up if something happen. I'm gonna go to the other bus stop. So they like, what? I'm like, come on. So they're like, all right, we'll go to the other bus stop. So boom, we go to the other bus stop. Boom, we gets on the bus. We cool, we all loud. So one of Marky friends was like, dang, look at girl in the blue jacket. So he like, I bet you I could go get her number. So I'm like, I bet you can't. He like, oh, I can. He like, I'm smooth. I'm like, all right, go get her number. So he goes over there. He gets to talking to her. So you see her like that, right? So I'm like, I was reading the body language. She come back. So I'm like, you got the number? He like, nah, I ain't get the number. I'm like, right, Mr. Smooth. Boom, we gets off the bus. Me and Marky, we walking to the crib. We get to the crib. It's no mom, right? So I'm like, okay, no dad. It's quiet. Marky, he like, I gotta put a Band-Aid right here. I'm like, no. Cause mom gonna say what happened. Like, don't be a fool. Mom gonna say what happened. So he like, yeah, you right. He like, my side, bro, it hurt really bad. I'm like, let me see. So he lift up his shirt. I'm like, yeah, you got a bruise right here. He like, oh. I'm like, I don't think mom gonna see it. I'm like, maybe you just need to soak in hot water. You hear front door now opening. So I'm like, I look, boom, I go upstairs. I'm like, hey, mom. She like, oh, y'all here kind of early. I'm like, oh, yeah. She like, I got a surprise for y'all. So I'm having dinner here. So when you come from martial arts, we're not, going out to eat. We're coming here. We're having dinner. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just like, dinner. Like, my mom cooks, but not really like that. Like, so what you making? So boom, time progressed. I end up talking to Danielle. So I call her, she pick up, she like, hello. I'm like, hey. She like, what happened to you? I'm like, some stuff happened and my brother needed me. She like, but you could have told me that. I'm like, yeah, I know. She like, am I still seeing you later? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna see me later. She like, cool, because I want to watch this movie. I'm like, are you want to have a movie date? She like, well, not a date, but yeah, I want us to watch a movie together. I'm like, oh, not a date, but you want us? Okay, cool. I'm like, are we gonna be holding hands while we doing it? I'm like, I'm just playing, but I really wasn't. I just tried to slide that in there. I just tried to slide that in there. Boom, time progressed, right? I get ready for martial arts. So this is our last sparring day. The next day we rest. Then after that would be my fight coming up, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, right? We get there, I'm sparring. Everything is going good. So he letting us know, like, hey, this is going to be the location where the fight is going to be at. So my daddy, you know what I'm saying? He took the address and stuff like that. Boom. After the sparring, we're out, right? Now, it's my dad, my mom, Marky, and Caleb. We all in the truck, right? Because they came there while I was sparring. So I said, it's kind of late. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of late. Like, it's not dinner time no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, dinner time is just now wrapping up. Like, dinner time is only between, like, 6, 7, and 8. Like, once it get past, like, 8:30, 9 o'clock, like, that ain't dinner no more. Like, that's over with. So I'm like, I thought mom was making a dinner. It had ran across my mind, but I didn't really say nothing. Because I'm like, how can she be making dinner and she with us? Boom, we pulls up in front of the house. we gets in the house. So my mama say, oh yeah, I want to let y'all know I went up there to y'all school and dropped off those report cards too. So me and Marky looked at each other. So I'm like, when you dropped the report cards off? She like, today. I'm like, oh, what time? I don't know. I didn't look at the time. Something told me in my soul to go drop it off, and I just went to go drop it off. So I'm like, oh, okay. She like, why? I'm like, you signed it and everything. I'm like, you gave it to the homeroom or you gave it to the, like, I'm asking questions. She like, I dropped it off at the office. She like, and why are you drilling me? I'm like, oh, no, I was just asking because I didn't know, like, because you normally will come to our class. She like, I don't got to come to your class all the time. I saw. So now that confirmed that she didn't come to the class, but yet and still my mom will play dumb. My mom is the type that she will play dumb real good. So it's just like, but she could be playing dumb to see if I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to confess. But me, you play dumb, I play dumb too. I'm your mirror. You play dumb or I'm going to play dumb. Because if I can't beat you, I got to join you. So boom. Time because she like, I'm finna cook dinner. So Marky come up in the room. He like, bro, what if she know we dished? I'm like, it don't seem like it. I'm like, she would have been ready to beat us. He like, you think so? I'm like, I know so. So all of a sudden she said, y'all come on down here. Now Boo Man, right? Boo Man didn't come downstairs. Right? Boo Man didn't come downstairs. So I'm like, okay, I didn't hear him walking past. So I'm like, me and Marky still in the room. So she said, I said, come down here and eat. So I open up the door. I'm like, here I come. I'm sorry, Ma, I ain't hear you. So I'm not going to Boo Man do. I'm like, Boo Man, Mom said, come down and eat. He like, what, I'm playing my game. I'm like, come down. He like, I don't want that. I want ribs. I'm like, well, Mom said we can't eat out. So come on. He like, oh. So he took the headsets off. He tossed him. So Marky like, you're spoiled. You a spoiled brat. So Marky put his finger in his mouth and put it in Boo Man's ear, and that set Boo Man off. He kicked, he hollered in the hallway, why you do that? Oh, you nasty, because he's a germophobic. So my mama shot upstairs. She like, what happened? Marky put his spit in my ear. She said, Marky, like, I just gave him a wet willy. She like, but you know how he is. Leave him alone. So she said, y'all wait, don't go downstairs yet. So I'm like, don't go downstairs yet. So she went to go clean Boo Man's ear. Boom. We go, she goes downstairs, and then we go. So we sitting at the table. Now, mind you, I don't smell no onions. I don't smell no bell peppers. I don't smell no seasoning smell in the air. I don't smell no aroma. So I'm like, did she make tuna? At least you can smell some boiled eggs. Like, what did she make? Like, what did she make? I kid you not. She comes out with the plates, right? And she gives me my plate first. My plate is empty. Boo Man don't get a plate. My dad's just standing there smoking. She has her drink, and then when she comes with Mark's plate, it's a drug test on the plate. So I'm sitting there like, wait, what's happening? So she said, now, as you look at your plates, I hope y'all ready to dig in. So I'm like, what's happening? She said, Boo Man, I'm gonna get you your ribs. You can go to your room. So Marky, is there anything you need to tell me? So he like, what you mean tell you? What I just said, you smart.